oftentimes, as part of a psychedelic experience, one thing that emerges is insight about the need to connect to nature and a greater understanding of and awareness of environmental issues. And I had a client who came back and had this just transformative experience and this just big aha moment. And then she came back to her default reality and realized that she found it impossible to hold both at the same time, the way that she lived and the way that she felt that she needed to live in order to honor the needs of Gaia or the earth or however, those two were incompatible. And she wanted to find a way to find greater alignment, but also had this great sense of guilt for not being able to be perfect, right? Like do all the things. So there was this difficult, she felt that she was letting nature down because she had personalized this experience, right? So it was an entity that had presented itself, and she felt this great sense of responsibility for caring and doing her part. But it was, it had become a source of stress for her because she felt she was internally judging herself for not being able to honor her commitments. Does that make sense? So part of the work that we did was connecting her with this entity again, using ecopsychology, and ways in which she can reconnect with nature to lose this sense of guilt and to allow for transforming the relationship into something that could be implemented in her daily life to the extent that she was able to. Because unfortunately, just by living in the world that we do, we're complicit in the destruction of the earth, whether we want to or not, no matter how environmentally savvy, conscious, and intentionally mindful we are. We just exist in this world, and that's part of the result. So we did a lot of ecopsychology techniques, connecting her. For example, just going into nature and just holding on, like laying against a tree and observing nature and observing the relationships, right? Because one of the things that she was rightly concerned about is the consumption and death and decay that we're causing and all this other stuff. But one of the things about nature is that from death comes rebirth, and death fuels the nutrient exchange in the soil.